Hi and welcome back to Celebrity Goddess Oracle. Today we're going to be using the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards like we usually do, and we're going to be connecting into the energy surrounding Brad Pitt. So my gosh, there has been a lot of controversy and ups and downs for Brad, hasn't there? Before we dive in, I mean, he won a SAG award just this week past, and there's been a lot of speculation actually around him and Jennifer Aniston. They didn't have a particularly good relationship because of obviously the circumstance that he left her in, and with Angelina Jolie and all that kind of drama. But there's a lot of speculation. Will Brad and Jen get back together? Will they give it another go? So if you haven't checked it out yet, I've done a separate reading for Jennifer Aniston previous to this. The energy around her, as if you watch that, summarizes that the answer is that he was interested, but she's just not. She wants to move on. So let's dive into Brad's energy and see what's going on in his life and see if there's some kind of energy in relation to this. Okay, so let's have a look. He's just one of those people, isn't he, that he keeps getting better. He keeps getting better with age. You know, some people do and some people don't, but he seems to have sort of turned a bit of a corner, doesn't he? In some ways. And he's done I watched him recently in the movie Ad Astra. I can't say I loved it myself. I'm not sure it was particularly him or if it was just sort of like the actual script of the movie itself, but yeah, I can't say it was my favorite Brad Pitt movie. Feel free to leave a comment below and tell me what your favorite Brad Pitt movie is. I'm just trying to think what mine would be actually. I think I liked him in, was he in Seven? I think he was in Seven, wasn't he? Okay. Let's just look into Golden Opportunity a bit further and see. I feel this is connected to his work actually, but let's have a look and see what comes up. Okay. This is looking nice for Brad actually. It's kind of nice to see. I feel that he's had a really hard time actually. I'm not saying that it hasn't been of his own making, because obviously there's personal responsibility and oh my gosh, and we've all got to take responsibility for our lives. Okay, this kind of makes sense. So the overarching cards are this and compassion and expect a miracle. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just put these to one side. Okay, and we'll come back to them. Okay, so right, I don't think it's any secret that there have been reports in the press that he perhaps has a problem with substance. You know, alcohol, maybe drugs, whatever it is. And you can see that here. He is somebody that I feel that he's actually made a lot of, he's made this step already. I feel like he's on the tail end of actually achieving this. It's always going to be an issue. I feel like, I mean, they say this for people that obviously suffer from addictions, and here's another boundaries, is that he's always going to have this struggle. For him, I feel like addiction is different for different people, but I feel that with Brad, he's almost fallen into addiction. It's going to sound terrible, but it's almost like laziness, you know? I actually do get this feeling of laziness with him. Maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe we should call it laid back energy. But this is caused, is he easily led? I'm going to say that yes, he is. And maybe it's a different thing. I feel like he is in the back seat of his own life in terms of driving, and that's always been the case for him. And I guess he's been with strong women when you think about it. But here's the thing. Most women, and not everybody's the same, but most women actually get, even strong women in particular, get tired of that. They're looking for somebody who's their equal and can step up. I see, so we can see here about his children, his cycles and rhythms, okay? So we all know about the struggle with his children and custody and what went on there, and it hasn't been easy for him, and it probably hasn't been easy for everybody involved. But I do feel that, and this, oh my gosh, there's been so many ups and downs with this. So many ups and downs with this. So past life can often be connected to karma, but I don't actually feel with this is a karma card. I feel this is like it talks about cycles and rhythms. I feel that this is like a transformation. And past life is in past life of his current life, as in like the here and now, not karma, but there's a line here, and it's been drawn. It's the end of the cycle, and it is in connection with his children, and this is where this piece comes in. Okay, I think it's not public knowledge, obviously, but there is a lot. I'm like, okay, so it's not done with yet, but it's going to be done with. It's going to be done with, and that's where the peace card comes in. And that's where this compassion card and a miracle comes in. It's going to take a lot of compassion, and it's going to take a miracle for this. There's so much, not him, there's so much stubborn energy. So this is a past life for him, but in terms of this larger connection, this is karma in relation to Angelina Jolie. For her, this is karmic. For him, this is not karmic. This is about the end of the cycle in his past life, as in like the past life of the life that he's living in now. But for her, this is karmic, and it requires compassion from everybody involved. There is a shift. It's coming. I don't feel like it's actually there yet, but it's going to come. It's on its way. And when it does come, people are gonna go, well, how it's taken forever. And it's like a miracle. Nobody expected for this to end in such an amicable, or not amicable is too far, okay. An agreed settlement, let's call it that. For some people, so usually when we see Rhiannon, it usually is connected with people that bring things into the world with their intent, right? But with Brad, this is like he brings things into the world despite his intent. He's just a lucky person. He just has an incredible amount of luck. This guy has had so much luck. In fact, if you ever meet Brad Pitt, you should like shake his hand, because like he's lucky. And maybe some of that luck will rub off. Maybe not in his personal life, but definitely his professional life. And this comes to this here. This golden opportunity and this bright future. You know, this situation kind of indicates that, you know, this is in his rear view mirror, and eventually he's going to get to this point of peace, and he's got this golden opportunity is in connection with his work. I think Brad Pitt is going to do some of his best work coming forward. You know, we're going to start to see him. He's already taken on some serious roles. I think we're going to see more and more and more of that, and I think he's actually going to be very good at it, actually. We're going to start to see something, you know, something of a transformation for him. You know, the peace, you know, the peace that he needs, and also the family needs, is going to happen for him. And when it comes, it's going to feel like a miracle, because it sure has felt like the opposite of that up until this point. It really has. So we're going to start to look into his animal spirit totem energy as well, and just connect him with that and see what else we can actually see. So let's have a look here. I guess it doesn't answer the question of like energy in relation in respect to a relationship with Jennifer, but I think her reading quite clearly showed that, you know, this goes back to this laid back kind of this, if she said yes, he would, but she has no intention of saying yes, so it's definitely not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. Unless Jennifer, you know, says yes, and having done her reading first, she definitely isn't going to say yes, trust me on that one. She's quite happy to have done the work that she's needed to do and to leave it sort of, and to leave it where it needs to be left. And that's Firefly, okay. I'm just one more card. Oh, okay. Okay. Right. So, okay, the octopus shows this sort of, a number of parties involved actually, this family connection, this wisdom, there's wisdom in this card, you know, wisdom through connection with others and understanding of others and getting to that point. And this man is going to get there, and it's going to give him the ability to see in the dark. Okay, it's going to tune him into the feelings of others. I feel like his energy is very much sort of like this firefly, which is a sporadic energy, one where you shine bright, you shine hot, everybody looks at you. This man is, I mean, obviously a lot of people think he's very attractive, but this is the kind of man, when he walks into a room, all eyes are on him. I've never met him in person, but I think he's the kind of person, if you met in person, you know, yes, he's good looking, but my gosh, there's almost like this magnetism with him actually when you see him in person. All eyes are on him. The danger is that you can see with this is the connection to addiction. Burn bright, burn fast, burn out, die, and there is that there. He looks for grounding in family, but this man could easily live without it too, actually. You know, it's not that he wants to, but some people can't and some people can, and you know, he could and can to a great degree. But wow, okay, so this is otherworldliness. This is a man that I feel his energy, sometimes I feel like, so when he's here, he's present, he's amazing and you can feel it. But I often feel like when you were with him, it's like there's this question mark over, do you ever really know this man? Do you ever really know him? It feels like when you're with him, he's there, but he's somewhere else. You know, the lights, I don't mean this in a dim way, but it's almost like the lights are on, nobody's there. It's like it comes back to this sort of like almost lazy energy, to be fair. He wants things to wash around him. He wants things to go on around him, to happen to him. Like I said here with Rihanna, usually when you see this is somebody who goes and makes things happen. With this man and this energy, this is somebody who things happen for him in a good way without him actually even trying. He's a bit like a lazy lion, you know, that's the kind of energy that's surrounding him. But you know, it's interesting, he's got a bright future, things are going to work out for him. There is going to be peace eventually. There are going to be golden opportunities. He is going to step into new work, and it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be interesting to watch what he does next. So with that, I'm going to leave this reading. I'm going to finish it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got a comment and you'd like me to read somebody specifically, please leave a comment below. I do personal readings if that's of interest to you. We're all gods and goddesses of our own lives. I'm going to send you love. If you'd like to share or like or subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. And in the meantime, I hope that you look after yourselves and you look after each other. And I will see you soon. Thanks so much for your time. Bye.